It's a Week 12 rematch in the AFC North, with Cincy needing a win to split the season series. But it'll be just their second win in the last 14 matchups. It's the Steelers and the Bengals, and it's next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They will be led out by their now 44-year-old quarterback playing in his 22nd NFL season. Unbelievable. The great Tom Brady.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there on the first play of the game. But we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They're led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Right back to Fitzgerald, this time complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Allen going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep is Albert Wilson. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. To throw is Brady. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen. No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter. On second down, Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Brady. Touchdown! Albert Wilson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch? Now the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 21 carries, 72 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To Gordon, out left. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Brady now on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards. On play action, now Brady. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And complete right side to Cook. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Give to Cook out of the gun. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Brady now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Brady now on first down. He completes it to Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. They'll find Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter with Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. DeForest Buckner in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-0. Allen's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stats going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it. Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Brady to throw. This is the tight end fan. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Brady. Wilson snags it left side. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Handoff comes to Cook. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So that'll back him up 5. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Cook following the penalty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Here's Brady. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. George Kittle, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Slide for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Allen going to throw. Fitzgerald's got it right side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face a third down. Allen. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And in for the Steelers touchdown. David Njoku, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Cook able to escape. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Brady. Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Brady now on first down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 5. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Broken tackle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing now is Brady. This one caught by Kittle. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bengals add on to their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. Here's Cohen now to return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Allen's throw is complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Gets by him at the 25. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. On 1st down, Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Brady now to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there just before halftime. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Here's Cohen now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Cohen now to return. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Bengals have recovered it. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Azeez Ojulari able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. William Golston. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. From the gun, it's a give to Cook, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. The last run got a couple, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Wilson's got it complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. To throw again on second down. Brady. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back to the ground, Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead is now an even 30. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off on a touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And the catch made by Hilton. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Allen off the play fake. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run it here with Gordon. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Allen off the bootleg. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now at 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dante Hightower. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence. Because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit. But not this group. They always had the confidence that they just got their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Now a play fake, Brady. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Brady. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Again, it's Brady. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's second down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Now Brady again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Derek Wolfe able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And he's going to go down again. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Allen. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Azeez Ojulari in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And I'm just wondering, how many yards is he going to throw for? We're only in the 3rd quarter. He's just thrown for a ton.
You have your abacus here?
My what?
Your abacus?
I thought you said like rush coming, and he's taken down. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 17. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Able to get away, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Allen now on 1st down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield, here's Allen.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. Allen to throw once more. And this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Allen. He's got his tight end, Burton.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Allen going to throw. That is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Brady. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they can't bring him down.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, That's a flag coming out every time.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now Matthews couldn't really tell what happened there defensively, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's got Burton here. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Complete to Hilton. And they'll get this down to the 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
To the air, Allen. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, touchdown. That's caught. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Boswell for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now left side on the swing pass. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Throwing again on second down. Allen calling a gain of 6 on the play. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Throwing on first down is Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen. And this ball incomplete. He tried to check him down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. One final try here for Allen. This is caught by Hilton. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On first down, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the... So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Bengals, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.